Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Advait Soman, representing USA Dry Pea and Lentil Council. Today, I'll be presenting the production data for the US pulse sector. Uh, let's start with our quality standards for dockage-free lentils. The US maintains 3 grade classifications. For grade 1, we maintain strict limits, total defective lentils at 2%, weevil damaged at 0.3%, and heat damaged at 0.2%. Foreign material is capped at 0.2%, with stones specifically limited to 0.1%. These standards ensure premium quality for international markets. Let's begin with our chickpea segment, one of our key pulse categories. Looking at our chickpea production distribution map, our key growing regions are concentrated in Montana, North Dakota, Washington, and Idaho. Montana and North Dakota showed particularly strong production. We also see some production pockets in California and Arizona. This distribution supported our total production of 300,000 plus metric ton from 500,000 plus planted acres. This graph tells a compelling story of our chickpea sector's resilience. We reached our peak at approximately 850,000 acres in 2018-19. Then came a significant challenge when India, our largest export market, imposed retaliatory tariffs on US chickpeas. This led to a sharp decline in planted acres as producers adjusted to new market reality. However, with the successful resolution of trade tensions and removals of these tariffs, we are seeing a strong recovery now. The current 24-25 season at 523,000 plus acres reflects this return to market normalcy and renewed confidence among our producers. Our harvested acre data parallels the plantage acreage story. The trade resolution with India has encouraged farmers to return to chickpea production, particularly in Montana's Golden Triangle region, as well as North Dakota and Washington. The 24-25 harvest numbers reflect strong crop management practices and favorable growing conditions. Looking at the supply and demand metrics, the impact of resumed trade is evident. Our total production of 300,000 plus metric ton shows healthy recovery with small chickpea production at 84,000 metric ton and large chickpea production at 223,000 plus metric ton. Export numbers are strengthening and our stocks on hand at 20.4% reflect a market returning to the equilibrium. Chickpea production, this chart shows our production split between small and large chickpeas. The yellow portion represents large chickpeas, which continue to dominate our production mix. We have seen this ratio stabilize post-trade resolution, with Montana leading in large chickpea production and Washington State excelling in small chickpea varieties. Our yield performance demonstrates the technical expertise of US producers. Current yields are at 1,339 pounds per acre for small chickpeas and 1,195 pounds per acre for large chickpeas. Idaho and Washington consistently show the highest yields due to their irrigation infrastructure. Now, let's look at our dry pea segment. Our dry pea production map shows intense concentration in Montana and North Dakota, with significant production also in Washington and Idaho. The darkest green areas in northeastern Montana and North Dakota represent our highest production zones. In 2024, we achieved 1 million plus planted acres with production of about 900,000 plus metric tons. This historical acreage trend shows interesting patterns. Unlike chickpeas, dry peas maintain relatively stable acreage through the trade disruption period, hovering around 1 million acres. We saw our peak in 2016-2017 at about 1.4 million acres. The stability in planted acres demonstrate the strong domestic and alternative export market for dry peas. Our harvested acres closely track planted acres. showing consistently high harvest rates, particularly in Montana. North Dakota. This efficiency in production has been key to maintaining our competitive position in global markets. Looking at our supply and demand metrics, we are seeing some robust numbers. Total production for 24-25 stands at 900,000 metric ton, with a healthy split between green and yellow peas. Our stock-to-use ratio at 14.4% indicates excellent market balance. Notably in these figures is our strong export performance and steady domestic demand. This bar chart breaks down our production between green and yellow peas. Yellow peas, shown in the lightest shade, dominate our production at 643,000 plus metric ton, while green peas contribute about 260,000 metric ton. North Dakota leads in yellow peas production, while Montana shows strength in both varieties. Our yield performance has been impressive, reaching 2,036 pounds per acre in 24-25. This represents a significant recovery from the challenging 21-22 season when drought impacted our major growing regions. The rebound in yield reflects both improved growing condition and continued advancement in agronomic practices. Moving to our lentil segment, which has its own unique story in the US pulse industry. Our lentil production shows concentration in Montana and North Dakota, as indicated by the darker orange shading. The Palouse region spanning Washington and Idaho also maintains significant production. In 2024, this distribution delivered 434,000 plus metric ton from our 947,000 plus planted acres. This geographic concentration has helped maintain quality control and efficient market logistics. The lentil acreage trend tells an interesting story. Like chickpeas, we saw a significant peak in 2017-2018 at over 1.1 million acres. When India imposed tariffs in 2018, lentil acreage also faced pressure. But our strong relationships with alternative markets, particularly in the EU and Middle East, helped maintain stability. The current 24-25 season shows robust recovery in 947,000 plus acres, reflecting both the trade normalization with India and our success in market diversification. Harvested acres have maintained a consistent relationship with planted acres. Montana's Golden Triangle and North Dakota's prime growing regions have shown particular resilience to market challenges. The 24-25 season demonstrates strong harvest rates, indicating excellent crop management practices. Our production metrics show steady recovery from challenging 21-22 season. Current production at 434,000 metric ton represents a significant rebound. The majority consists of our premium medium-sized lentils at 330,000 plus metric ton, which are particularly sought after in international markets. Yield performance has been resilient after the exceptional yields of 2020-2021 at around 14,000 pounds per acre. We saw some normalization. Current yields are stabilizing around 1,060 pounds per acre, reflecting a balance between intensive and sustainable farming practices. Our supply and demand metrics tell a story of market balance. Exports are projected at 310,000 metric tons for 24-25, with domestic consumption at about 130,000 metric ton. Notably, our stocks on hand at 12% of supply indicate a healthy market balance. Price recovery has been particularly strong, with average grower price at $34 per 100 pounds of lentils, reflecting strong demand and quality recognition in both domestic and international markets. To conclude, US pulse industry has demonstrated remarkable resilience through recent market challenges. I understand with the current administration change, there is a lot of skepticism, but I urge our partners to re-engage with US pulses suppliers. Our grading standards, consistent quality, and reliable supply chain makes us an ideal trading partner. And before I leave the stage, I would like to thank BSA Foundation, Mahmood Bhai, and every one of you present over here who gathered for this wonderful event, South Asia Agri Forum, and I hope that we are able to keep continuing such conversations at a bigger stage. Thank you very much.
May I request you please stay on stage for a second, Advait, and take away from the organizers a little trophy for your organization. May I please request Mr. Tomar and Mr. Agarwal to please step up on stage and present a memento, a trophy actually, to USA Dry Pea and Lentils Council. Ladies and gentlemen, Advait Soman from the USA Dry Pea and Lentils Council. Thank you, Advait. We're so fortunate that we have so many presenters who are here with us today from all across the world, and of course with different interests. Gentlemen, one more if you don't mind. Thank you. Mr. Agarwal, if you please join